It's time to spin wheels and change gears. This is an early look at driving Rogue. Now, I was fortunate enough to check out the demo several months ago, but now we actually have a build from the developers to showcase to you. So we're going to dive into single player, even though there is also multiplayer, which is very awesome to see. There's also a tutorial if you ever want to dive through and learn the core of the game. Now, I have gone through and unlocked several of the cars, which I'm really excited to showcase to you, because the car we started with in the demo was this one here. And it was this skin right here. But now, as you can see, there are so many different skins or vinyls, so many different options depending on the vehicle. Some really cool wraps as well. Also, I love cool year instead of good year. Very nice. But some really nice touches. And as you can see, what's really interesting about the vehicles is, like the classic arcade games, a lot of times it wasn't just about the visual, of course. There was also the choices of max speed versus acceleration versus handling and durability. Which of those stats do you feel benefit your playstyle the most, especially with what you're trying to achieve, right? And so with this, we get that. But on top of that, we get the roguelite element. So now we also see that, for instance, let's go back to the original car. So we have the car called Delivery. It has 1.5 base points increase and increased handling while performing drift. So there are certain boons to specific cars. So again, depending on what you're aiming for, what you're trying to achieve, or based on your playstyle, you can really get something that really suits everything you need. There's the Justice, 10% to all stats for every gas station passed. Now, gas stations aren't on every level, but again, when you do pass those gas stations, it's going to help quite a bit. You also have the Centaur, 2.5x base points gained while performing Slipstream. Can achieve Slipstream from 40% further than other cars. That's pretty sick, especially as you can get into Slipstream pretty quickly, pretty easily, pretty often. And so having that boost, plus being able to do it from further away, is quite nice. And then we have the Phoenix, which is ×2 base points increase while performing top speed. So with this, as long as you're at top speed, you're going to be able to boost those base points. Then we have the Bond, James Bond, if you will. Increase all cash gain by 1.5 times. So that means more cash for the shop. We also have the Vector, gain +1 times combo multiplier for each electronics mod owned. We also have the Saber. Mods are 1.25 times effective, but has -2 total mods. So mods are more effective, but you have less of them at your disposal. You typically have a total of 10 mods you can apply to a vehicle. So at this point, you would only have 8, which really isn't make or break for a vehicle. There's eventually the Centipede, the Shadow, the Rotary, and then back to the Delivery. So today we might be able to unlock 1 or 2 of these vehicles at the least. So the Centaur has been the one that I've been playing probably most recently the most. The durability isn't bad, the handling is solid, acceleration is nice, top speed is okay, but overall I just really like the whole Slipstream performance bit. I think that's super nice, good way to rack up some points. And I will say that the difference that I've noticed, there are a few differences between this current build and the demo. One is that there are pickups that you can actually get on the street. Pickups that help with more coins in the shop, that help with repairs to the vehicle, among other things. On top of that, there are also more cars on the road, so things get more dangerous right away. But on top of that, what I've noticed is it's actually harder to get really strong scores. You definitely feel the difficulty right from the beginning with the main build rather than with the demo, where it feels a bit easier. As long as you get the times and you get the score, you will get a good grade. Here, that's not always the case. A lot of times you can pass the time, you can pass the score that you need to achieve, but still get like a D ranking. So it is a bit harsher, if you will. But then again, it is a roguelite. So the whole goal is to strive through all that, learn what you need to, learn the techniques, learn how to modify your vehicle in a way that gives you the most benefit. So that way you can start seeing higher grades. But I will say again, if you're expecting the same experience in the demo as you will in the build currently as it is a bit harsher. So be prepared for that. Don't get discouraged. Just know that if you keep working toward it, ideally you'll start seeing better grades. So with that, you know what? Let's actually go with the Centaur. Several different vinyls here, which I really like. They all look really good. I'm really impressed, honestly, by these vinyls. Now, the game has a fantastic soundtrack. I'm not actually playing what's showing on the screen, though. What I'm playing is from the soundtrack, but it's all the instrumentals. I figure it's a little bit easier to talk over instrumentals rather than songs with lyrics. As we can see, we're heading into Slipstream with the effect around the vehicle. They have some really neat effects, too. And as I said, as you can see, like, there are more vehicles than the demo. They're a lot more dangerous. Like, your two biggest enemies on here, besides just knowledge, like being able to learn the maps, learn how to utilize certain abilities the right way and combo the way you need to. But I would say that the two biggest enemies are NPC vehicles, because they will just randomly brake in front of you. They will cut you off randomly or slow down as you're trying to get a pickup. They're notorious for that from what I've seen. But on top of that are curbs. If you even graze a curb, see, NPCs, you gotta love them. They drive like real people, I tell you. But if you even graze a curb, your combo will get canceled. So that could be pretty rough. But we are seeing a few of those pickups, which is really cool. Coins for the shop, among other things. And throughout this, you'll get the scoring at the end. Very arcade-like, which I love. Again, it reminds me of the classic, like, midnight clubs and those classic arcade racers from Sega and the like that you would play at the arcades. But with that roguelite element, too, which is so much fun, where it's just based on RNG and your skill of working with what you're given to try to make the best out of it. You know, you're trying to do things like enhance your max speed, your acceleration, your handling, your durability, having that option to revive yourself or to heal yourself, to make repairs to your vehicle. Because as you hit vehicles, as you hit the curbs, even if you just graze them, you do damage to your vehicle, so you have to be careful of that. As here, increase acceleration by 15%, but reduce max speed by 10%. Also earn 300 extra base points for every drift. I mean, I do a lot of drifting. I think that could be worth. There's a lot of synergy too. Like, they've really gone in, them being the devs, have really gone in to look at synergy, which I really appreciate. You know, like, things have a benefit and a detriment at times. But for example, there are mods that will go, oh, you'll get a boost or a huge boon if you have a mod next to this one that has a detriment, such as reduce max speed by 10%. So you know what? I'm going to grab this. Because I think the positives are definitely really, really nice right there. More acceleration, quicker pickup when we need it. As for max speed, again, we have so many tight turns, we have so many vehicles that hitting max speed consistently isn't really my main goal right now. We also have uptime. So using your ability bar increases the timer by 1 second for every 10% of it used. Now, the thing is, we don't have an ability yet. You can get things like nitrous. You can get things like ghost mode, where you can ghost through vehicles without taking damage. That might not be bad to have, though. Like, honestly, we are at 1 of 10. So having this for later on might not be bad. You know, trying to plan for the future. So let's go for it. This box contains 3 random suspension mod cards. Choose one of them to add to your car. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. We have the coins. So we have fragile suspension, increase handling by 20% while above 80% health. Okay, more handling would be nice. Reinforced chassis, increase durability by 10% and restore 10% of health each time or after each race. Now that's really nice. Being able to heal from that so that way you're not going into a race super low. There is also another card, I will say, that is really nice if you could pull it off. And what it is, it's a modifier where you will gain 5% of your health for each near miss. So if you nearly miss something or avoid something, you get healed from it. it could be such a lifesaver. Now, it makes it so that way you have to put yourself in more dangerous positions, but it's still quite nice to have. Ooh. Okay, this is just a straight up increase of handling by 15%. That would be nice considering the fact how some of these NPCs drive. Do we go for the guaranteed 15 no matter what, or do we go for the 20 above 80? Ideally, with more handling, we're not hitting things as much or not as likely to. So let's try to go for fragile suspension, hope for the best. Now, you will just keep going through races and races and races, and they will get more and more difficult. You'll see more and more hazards. Eventually, you will get to boss races. And so you'll have to deal with things like snow, like rainstorms, like going against traffic, which is something I had to do yesterday when I was playing. So a lot of different things to test your driving skills. And I actually really like that. I think that's a clever way of handling a sort of boss fight in a game like this. Trying to get some drift points in where I can. Ooh. And see, we're slipping into slipstream a lot with this car. Oh, for goodness sake, I thought we were going to miss it, but then I think they hit the brakes, unfortunately, which they tend to do, just at random, like, brake check. Did I mention how much I hate you? Just thought I'd share. Also, I don't... Oh, crap. Okay, so that drop completely blinded me from seeing the car just ahead of it. So something to keep in mind as well. Honestly, there are 3 different camera modes. There's a chase 1, a chase 2, and then a hood. Even though it's neat to have the hood, I'm a bigger fan of chase 1. Probably out of all the cameras, but especially over chase 2. Chase 2 is just a little bit tighter and more directly behind you. But from a sightline perspective, you get the best sightline with Chase 1. Because otherwise, you have all the things going around your car that's getting into your purview and all the pickups and stuff. So I just feel like I get the best view from the Chase 1 camera. Yeah, I could not see that vehicle at all because of the drop in front of us. Which is sad, but that's okay. We got a B. I'll take it. Let's see. Drifter's Knob. Increase combo multiplier by 1 times when performing 2 drifts in a row. Earn 250 extra points for each additional drift. I mean, you do drift a lot in this game. Whether it's short or long drifts, you know, that's another thing, but you just have to drift. That's not bad at all. Increase the near miss base points level by 1. I wish it was a little bit higher. Increasing the points gained for near misses. Now, I do believe that there are like higher tiered cards or higher tiered versions of these cards. So we'll probably see one that has like a 2 multiplier and stuff like that. Spin. Increase 3 random base point levels across drift, slipstream, near miss, or top speed. Increase 3 random base point levels. Okay. That's tempting. And I do believe that everything rarity-wise, I do believe, is based on color. So I think like green is lower than blue and so forth. You know, I think I want to get Drifter's Knob. Let's go for that. I want to go for spin as well. And then I don't want to reroll because I don't think we'll have the money per se, because we need, I think the minimum cost is 250 and we just won't be there with that. Will we? 100, 287. Well, all right, let's try. Let's see. No, 500, 312 figures. All right, on to the next race. Now, I will say, too, I am very much learning this game. Like, I played the demo quite a bit, really enjoyed my time with it, showcased it to you all, which if you want to check out the demo, make sure to check out the thumbnail that you see on the screen. And you can see what the game was like before this build. But the devs are constantly working on this game, are constantly trying to make it the best they can, because I have spoken with them. And I love their energy, I love their passion for what they're trying to do. And I think players are really going to have a very cool, unique experience when it comes to people who love roguelites. I think also from people who just love racing games like Forza and stuff like that, that you'll find a lot of enjoyment out of this as well. Because you get that racing element, unlocking different vehicles and skins and stuff. But you also get those roguelite elements of how to enhance your vehicle, how to change things up. It definitely makes the racing much more dynamic. I'm trying to get as many points as possible, but sometimes when you're talking and also processing every little detail, it's not the easiest. I mean, I'll take a D, that's fine. Nice, okay, so here we go. We have the Ghost ability. Gain Ghost, temporarily phase through obstacles. And from what I understand too, after hearing from the devs, this ability, because I was using it during the demo and I was tapping it, what you actually can do is you can hold it. There is a bit of time with the ability. And so I didn't realize that initially. So I was like, oh, okay, awesome. So I think I need that. I think that'll help. As long as I remember to use it, that's the big thing. But now look at us, like our acceleration is solid. I'm content with that, honestly. Our handling is really good. Durability, not the best. I would like that up at least like 20% more. Get it up to 50. But yeah, get that up to 50. Handling, I wouldn't mind maybe more at 70, 75. But that is Ghost right there for you. You see the percentage on the lower left, and that blue bar actually tells you how much of Ghost you have left. Now, for some of you, if this is new to you, how do you get points? Well, you get it for hitting top speed, you get it for hitting slipstream. So drifts, slipstream, you get it for hitting top speeds, you get it for near misses as well, so just avoiding damage. So it's not just about gas and go. You have to think about your drift with, if you're using keyboard, it's with the space bar. You have to think about your abilities with the shift. And then also, don't forget there's a brake. You can brake. It is okay. Because I tend to forget that. I'm just like, go, 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 go. And then maybe I might drift to try to slow down a bit. You can, of course, also just let off the gas. I'm also a person that doesn't often play racing games. Like, I haven't in a while, at least. This has definitely gotten me back into it, though, which is really cool. Yeah, those pickups kind of remind me of Mario Kart a little bit, which is not a bad thing. Like, Mario Kart at this point is a classic. You know, it's kind of funny, too. For racking up points, it almost feels like you have to drive it dangerously. like that's really what the game benefits, is like drive dangerously but safely all at the same time. It's like that fine line. Almost hit vehicles, but don't actually hit them. Go beyond the speed limit, but, you know, don't mess up. When used, gain a random mod. Collector's Dedication. When used, gain 2 free rerolls. So we do have consumables. You can actually hold up to 2, which is cool. I can't remember if in the demo it was only allowed to have 1. Maybe not. I think maybe you could have 2, but it was always just 1 ability. But yeah, here's Nitrous. Gain Nitrous. Temporarily boost the vehicle's current speed, and boy, does it. Slipstream base points are increased 3 times, but Slipstream can only be triggered at 80% of the normal distance. So this is the thing about Tailgater. Now this is a legendary, I'm assuming, because it's gold, it's expensive, it's at 600. The thing about this is we're driving the Centaur. So it's actually easier to get Slipstream. So I almost feel like it doesn't fully negate the Tailgater detriment, but it does definitely help toward it, like help against that detriment. So let's go ahead and do Tailgater, because I love the Slipstream base points, especially as it's much easier for Centaur to get into Slipstream. Engine box. This box contains 3 random engine mod cards. You know, we don't have anything for the engine yet. We have suspension. Let's go. Race, flywheel, and clutch. Increase acceleration by 15%. Also increases combo multiplier by 1 if a combo includes all 4 scoring actions. Drift, top speed, near miss, and slipstream. I mean, with Centaur, we at least get slipstream. It's not that hard to get a near miss. Top speed and drift. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. All right. That is a green, though. Let's look at the blues. Amplify by 100% the stat changes of the mod placed to the right of this one. Amplify by 100% the stat changes. So this would, if we had Tailgater to the right of anti-coolant, it would make it 6 times base points. But I would also assume that that would make it where the 80% of the normal distance is doubled as well. So while crazy at 6 times, I don't know about that distance. Increase combo multiplier by 1, so that would change to 2. Earn 250, so that might change to 500, I would assume. Extra points for each additional drift after that. 20%, that would change to 40%. So I'm thinking, I'm like, ooh, okay. Increases the timer by 1, so that would change it to 2 seconds for every 10% of it used. Short gearing, increase acceleration by 15, that would change it to, let's see, 30%. But reduce max speed by 10, so that would probably change by 20% maybe? But 600 extra base points? And what's this one? Race fuel injection, reduce durability by 10%. Oh. Max speed, top speed, multiplier. Yeah, no, I like anti-coolant, honestly. So we can move a mod for free at least once. So I definitely want to do that. We're going to select that. And let's see, move left with A. Amplify 100%. So Tailgater, we could amplify Tailgater. Let's try it. If we don't like it, we can always shift it over to like Drifter's knob or something. Collector's Dedication. When used, gain 2 free rerolls. We have the money for it. I kind of like it as a consumable just in case. Yeah, with it being this type of like roguelite, you definitely want rerolls. And there is a gas station on this level. I actually love that they tell you in advance. It's just nice to have that additional information, so that way you can be on the lookout for it and not be like, well, and I just passed it. Ah. I hit ghost again instead of spacebar. At the car wash. I don't know what I hit there, but okay. I guess the curb? Oh, yeah, you scrape up against it, combo canceled, forget everything you just did. It's rough, man. You definitely want to be more toward the center of the road if you can. The only problem is that a lot of the hazards, like broken down cars and stuff, are in the center of the road. Now keep in mind too, like with this game, you can only do so much manually yourself with getting points up. That's why you want to have really good cards, which means just playing over time, unlocking those to the loot pool. all right. Glad we were able to cut in front of that vehicle. Now, in the demo, when it came to drifting, there's a way of just tapping the spacebar and it will do a drift for a certain amount of time, and then you tap it again to get out of it. But now I saw that there's actually an option in the settings where you can just hold down on spacebar for as long as you want and then let it go. The thing is, you won't drift forever. Like, there is a cutoff point after a certain amount of time, so you may have to then hit drift again. But I do actually really like being able to just hold down on spacebar and go. Get that last near miss in. Hey, new vehicle unlocked. Nice. A D, again, I'll take it. It's passing. We did everything we needed to do. Okay, let's see. Side chain. Gain a 2 times drift multiplier each time you chain 2 drifts in a combo. What I love too is, like, you can do different builds with the game. So you could do like a drift build. You could have like drifter's knob, side chain, among other things to feed into that. There's also, you know, things for slipstream. You could do a slipstream build. So a lot of different opportunities here. Increase acceleration, max speed. If a top speed lasts at least 4 seconds, gain a 1 times multiplier to its score. Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go for side chain, because we are doing a lot of drifting. Now, the better the score, of course, the more coins you earn. So we earned a D, so I didn't have a lot of coins. Let's just go on to the next round. I think for me, the big thing is like trying to get my brain to get into a certain flow with the functions of the game, the different inputs and stuff. There aren't a lot of them, right? You like for keyboard and mouse, it's WASD, it's shift and spacebar. It's just being comfortable enough to do it quickly when you really need it. Try to take the inside on those turns. Also, it's just getting better with driving. Like I said, I don't do a ton of racing, so like learning like, okay, you need to not try to be on the outside as much on a turn. That way you have room to drift. Try to get in the center, but always expect that something will get thrown at you. Actually, I could have ghosted too, but I really didn't know where we were going to go next. Oh. There we go. Oh, we're running out of time. Oh, we're so close. 3, 2, whoo, there we go. Complete stage 2. All right. Yeah, I really hope that we get other filters for this besides the hand sketch. I think it's cool, but I would love to see other ones. Ones with like bloom effect, ones that make it more of like a cyberpunk vibe. They have some great cities that give like cyberpunk vibes. It's really sick. But yeah, like something with like we could play more lighting and filters and stuff. We have engine box, laptop tuning. When used, destroy 1 random mod and replace it with a random sport rarity mod. When used, gain a random mod. Improve subframe. Increase handling by 15%, durability by 15%. Also increase combo multiplier. Ooh. 2 unique actions. That we do quite easily. The durability would be really nice, so would the handling. So let's grab that. We're at 8 of 10 mods now. Increase acceleration by 50%. Earn double points for slipstreams performed at top speed. With the Centaur, I think that's a good idea, honestly. I'm down for getting that. Again, trying to feed into the strengths of the vehicle as best as possible. It's like trying to find those skill cards where they synergize well with the strength of your vehicle while finding those modification cards that fill in the gaps, I think is really just key. You... so-and-so. Oh, wahoo. Okay, you can't ghost through hazards. I mean, fair enough. Oh, God. Should have actually drifted on that. I was ghosting so much. And then you have those jerks who just cut right in front of you. It's like I'm driving in Boston all over again. There we go. See, we're getting points. This would probably be easier on a controller. Not to say that it's difficult, but like trying to play around with shift and spacebar, for example, at the same time while also trying to steer. It does get a little spicy. I mean, I have put in many hours into Warframe, and that also involves similar keys, so not the worst thing. Okay, 45 seconds left. Slow down. Psh, please. Okay. Nice, look at that time. All right, I'll take it. Don't tell me to hurry up. I'm already there. Okay, that was pretty solid. Wow, okay, never mind. I take it back. Very solid. Triple S's, all right. Makes me feel like I'm playing Devil May Cry or something. I love it. Profit. When used, gain a random sport rarity mod, but have your cash. Oh, that hurts the soul. Now, of course, keep in mind, too, you could always sell. So if you have 10 of 10 mods, and you're like, oh, man, but we have some really good mods, you can sell totally and replace it, which is really nice. You're not locked in. Like, there are some roguelites where as you pick skills, you're kind of locked in and you just have to work with it. And so we have double time. When used, restock up to 2 consumables. Increase combo multiplier by 1 when performing any action at speed over 93 miles per hour. 10% chance to be destroyed on collision. Yeah. Passively refills the ability bar over time. Lower your health, the faster it refills. Actually, that's not bad. We're not really burning through Ghost a lot, but we don't really know what's coming up either. So having that would be pretty nice. Okay, let's go for that. And let's reroll because we have the Moonies. What? Win Charger. Increase all stats by 20%, but start every race with 50% health. Okay, well, that's something. Gain a random mod. Boom. Vine Boom. This box contains 5 random engine mods. I mean, yeah, let's go for it. All your mod slots are full. You'll have to replace an owned one if you proceed. Proceed? Yes. Ooh. Look at this. Unrestricted intake. Ignores negative effects from other owned mods. Oh, that is so sick. High flow exhaust system. Increase acceleration and max speed by 20%. So our acceleration would be at 100%. Max speed would be at 40%. All base points gained during top speeds are increased by 2 times. Oh my goodness. So more points for being at top speed. We'd get to max speed quicker, top speed quicker. We'd also be going faster. So I think right now we're topping out like at around 90 something. So probably like we would go over 100. But again, speed isn't always my friend, isn't always our friend. So I kind of want to do unrestricted intake. That sounds pretty sick. Acceleration by 50%, but reduce max speed by 10%. Want to keep that. Stop it. Hey, you stop. Fragile suspension. Handling by 20. Let's see. So if I say this one. Okay, cool. Now we can go through. Using your ability bar increases the time bar. You know what? Yeah, we can get rid of this. That's fine. Worth. Let's go. Yeah, I love seeing the variations in weather. That's such a nice touch. Also, I feel like you get different times of the day depending on the maps. Like, there are times where it feels like late evening where the sun is setting. And then there are times where it is outright nighttime and everything. So you get some pretty good variety there, but then also weather, and not every map, even though we've been getting a lot of these city maps, not every map is city. There are some that feel like European countryside, among others. So you do actually get variety. I cannot believe that we found a card that negates all negative attributes of cards. Like, that's wild to me. We are drifting like mad lads. We're getting some good slipstream. Ooh, got a near miss. We'll take that. Don't need a heal, so we don't need the gas station. But the multiplier, I will definitely take. I will say that was a good use of Ghost. All right. Oh, they're angry. You will get angry drivers as well. Oh, I shouldn't have drifted where I did. A little too close to the outside edge. Where are you going, vehicle? Oh my goodness. I will say I don't know why my car is flashing refill. It's a little distracting, I will say. And I'm not sure if it's bug or feature, or I'm missing something. Oh yeah, you could tell the maps get longer. Of course, there's that time difficulty. But it also does give you more opportunity to play around more with drifting and with your abilities and near misses and stuff. Whew. Okay. What did we get? Wow. Okay, you know what? I will take that. Oh, we can hear the wind still. Let's see. When used, pick up one card from the shop for free. You won't be able to buy anything in the next round. Increase the drift base points level by 2. Fragile suspension. I like the handling. This is really not... Yeah, I think I'm good, honestly. Unless something really stands out. So slippery roads. It's been raining. Slippery roads reduce handling and braking efficiency by 20%. So that's always good to keep in mind as well. That if you feel like, oh man, why is my handling so bad? You'll get a sense of it from there. You can also see like the shine on the roads as kind of a warning as well, which I think is a really nice detail. Yeah, I feel like with race games, you know, you want the fun exhilaration of the twists and turns, of the near hits, you know, and stuff like that. But at the same time, like, attention to detail is huge as well. And that really pulls you in. Oh my god, this road. This turn is crazy. I feel like as you get later on, any cards that can help you with time is probably huge. Or picking it up as well. Yeah, I love the lights from the city. I love the billboards. It's so neat to see. Yeah, unfortunately we didn't score high enough. But that's okay. It was a new record. We unlocked a couple cars, actually. That was my first time actually getting through stage 3. Oh yeah, look at that. Loop Sensors card unlocked, Rotary Vehicle unlocked, Shadow Vehicle, Centipede, and then Amateur Racing, Car Aficionado. And you can see how close you are with other achievements as well. You can see your record, average grade in A. I will totally take that. We use 16 cards for refuels, coins spent 5,800. I'm really not sure, honestly, where the stages end. Like stage 5, is that the end? Is there a stage 6? Is there, you know, how far can you go? Not sure yet. But let's check out these other vehicles now. Single player, let's see. Phoenix, Bond, Vector, Saber, Centipede. Ooh, that's interesting looking. Look at that spoiler. Thing has wings, like a Red Bull commercial. Okay, ooh, interesting vinyls here. The Homer Simpson car. Nice. Okay, what else? So this one is doesn't lose speed in drifts. Oh. Which could be good or bad, honestly. It really depends. Like, if you're trying to get that top speed bonus while also drifting and stuff, like, that's a great way of stacking those. But at the same time, you're not slowing down, so you do have to be mindful of turns. The max speed isn't very high, but acceleration is solid, handling is solid. We also have the Shadow, gain 1x combo multiplier for each engine mod owned. Okay. It's going to take a little bit to really feel the benefit of that, but once you start getting there, very dynamic. Typically with a car like this, you just get pretty solid colors. Rotary. 2x base points while in near miss range. Okay. Fair enough. This has been probably some of the best handling I've seen. What's this one at? Yeah, durability is not great. Max speed, though. Acceleration solid. Yeah, I can see that. Handling, though, yeah, the rotary seems to be the best, which it would need, right? For you to really get the benefit of those near misses, you want good handling so you can get close, but not too close. Okay. Then we're back to delivery. Awesome. So we unlocked all the cars already. That's awesome. Mind you, I did play quite a bit yesterday because I really wanted to de-rust after everything. And yeah, I'm still having a lot of fun with this game. And honestly, like I said, you see improvements as you go. So there is that value add-on. It can feel pretty difficult in the beginning and like, man, what else can I do to get these scores higher? But really it's just unlocking those cards into the loot pool, also getting some improved vehicles and testing things out until you get some builds that really synergize and work in your favor. But, as I said, there's a tutorial, there's single player, multiplayer. There's also the leaderboards, which is really cool to see. You can see all of your achievements, the compendium for more information. So this tells you everything that you can unlock. So like a good sort of survivor roguelike, if you will, has those achievements, which is great to see, something to work toward. Also, something that I really like, so you can change camera mode in here. You can change the units if you want from metric to imperial. You can also change stuff for your keyboard, but also for your controller. And one of the big things is their music. It is fantastic, like that classic sort of rock, dance, electric, music that really gets you energized and wanting to race, like from the arcade games, definitely is in here too. So you can actually go through here and select, okay, when do you want to hear these songs? Menu, driving, all, off. You can do default and just do instrumental only. You can do a custom playlist. So I think that's really cool. One of the big things is having that music in there to have that perfect soundtrack for while you race, especially as it's more like street racing. You're going to have like the radio on, right? You're going to be blaring music and going. So I love that aspect of it too. I think it's just a nice touch. But overall, I'm really liking where this is going. And if you like where this is going, I'm happy to showcase more of this build to you, which is not available yet to all players. So feel free to let me know your thoughts and comments, as well as like the video, and I will make sure to bring you more. But also, you can check out the demo for yourself. So click the link in the description section of this video and start playing the demo today. But thank you so much. Take care of yourselves and each other. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.